everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our Microsoft Teams webinar. Today we are co-hosting with Parallel Technologies, a longtime platinum partner of Mitel. Today we have Travis Muller, Frank Vasali, and Philip McDaniel that will be presenting and demoing our product. Travis has been with Mitel 4 years and is a collaboration product marketing manager. He is responsible for crafting and sharing the Mitel story around collaboration and ensuring partners and sales teams are equipped to discuss team collaboration and its benefits to an organization. Travis has worked on both the field marketing and demand generation teams at Mitel. Frank is a pre-sales engineer and has been with Mitel for 5 years. He specializes in our UCaaS service offering. Philip is the Director of Sales Engineering at Mitel and has been with Mitel for 6.5 years. If you have any questions, please put them in our question box and Travis will address them at the end. Travis, feel free to take it away.
Thanks so much, Whitney. Yeah, really excited to be here and speaking with everyone. Parallel is a great partner of Mitel's, and so we just love to get in front of their customers and people that they're talking to talk about how we're working together to really improve collaboration and communication for our customers. And so what we're going to talk about today is primarily around Microsoft Teams and how we work with Microsoft Teams. But really, it starts with really how the right tools make a big difference and how it is that Microsoft Teams with Mitel is a great solution for a customer. And so to start off, I want to kind of just paint the framework here a little bit. And this is a slide that really we at Mitel have been talking about for years, that this move from a traditional employee to this new workforce, or this idea of a new workforce, has been around for a long time, but it has really been accelerated this year, obviously, due to everything going on. Companies have had to adjust, employees and managers have had to adjust of how they're keeping tabs of everything and keeping track of different information, and working 9 to 5 is no longer really possible for a lot of people, as they're managing having their kids working or doing school from home and all these other things that are going on. But really, this is something that we were shifting to regardless of the pandemic that we're in. The idea that workers desire and require oftentimes flexibility in how they work and where they work is really a key trend that we've been tracking. And so this is why having the right tools and having the right collaboration and communications at your fingertips, no matter where you are, is so incredibly important, and why we at Mitel have been spending years and a lot of time developing integrations and developing tools that enable our employees to do this. So with the pandemic that we are in, there has been a kind of predictable response of companies working their way through it, and this is how we kind of mapped it out here at Mitel. When things first happened back in March of companies starting to send people to work from home, and that becoming just such a necessity in certain areas where states were shutting down and things like that, it was really reaction period. It is, what is it that we need to get done? What is it that we can do today to get our employees working from home tomorrow? And that was the reality of it, of just, okay, do we have tools that we already have invested in that we can utilize? Are there things that we need? Are there some free tools that we need to go out and use for the short term? And that was really, stage one. As things have gone on, we think that we're now in this stage 3 of reassurance, this period where it's more about planning and looking ahead and saying, okay, these changes that we've made and different processes that we're working through, these are not just short-term things anymore. Really, the way that our company is going to exist and work in the future is different. and we need to be planning for that. We need to make sure that we are secure and have the tools that our employees need to be able to get work done and still be productive, and still at the end of the day be able to go out and do their job well. And that's what we are trying to equip our customers with. And so there's some key learnings throughout this time that we've been looking at. And a couple of these things, and I won't read through all of this, but it's really about the idea that remote working is not going away. This is not something that is just a response to the pandemic. Absolutely, it has been that. But many workers and employers are saying, hey, this isn't so bad. Our employees are still getting their work done. We're still being able to have success. Our employees are happier as they are working from home. Let's keep this going. This is a trend. This is something that we are going to continue to see. And so companies making some more long-term investments in terms of what is the new order of business and how are we getting things done. And then, really just looking at the state of collaboration and all the different tools that we have at our fingertips to be able to work together, whether that's through video conferencing or through chat or through still picking up that desk phone and dialing or answering calls through a soft phone on your desktop or laptop. That all of these forms of collaboration are going to persist and continue to grow and get better. But it's about enabling this virtual work that can bring people together from anywhere. And so that's why we really say that now is the time to define how your business communicates. That it is a great time, excuse me, as we're going into the end of the year and we're looking ahead and we're saying, what do we want our businesses to look like moving forward? What do we want our teams to look like? And what are the tools that are going to help us get there? What are the tools that are going to help us to be productive, no matter what circumstances we may be facing? And that brings us to our conversation about bringing Mitel and Microsoft together. And we've been partnering with Microsoft in different areas for years. And now with the onset of Microsoft Teams, we are continuing to build on that relationship. And so Microsoft Teams for a lot of our customers has become a response to this pandemic. That they already had Office 365 available. They already had that as part of their portfolio before the pandemic hit. And so it's very easy for them to just turn on some of these features within Microsoft when the pandemic hit to be able to equip their employees to work from home. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that everything within Microsoft Teams is sunshine and roses, that there are some aspects of it that we believe our customers are missing out on. When we talk about advanced telephony and enterprise telephony type of solutions that we can offer, we know that Mitel, who we've been doing this for years, has some features that are not available within the calling licenses within Microsoft Teams. And that's why we think it's a really good partnership to say to our customers who are using Microsoft Teams, maybe for collaboration, where they're using it for chat, or maybe even for video and using it for video conferencing, that we have a really good enterprise level of feature sets for you to be able to call and use voice as a differentiator that can help you to be more efficient and more productive. And so that's what we want our customers to think about and look at. Is, does it make sense for you in your environment to bring together Mitel and Microsoft Teams? And we have integrations that make that happen. And so it's about bringing these features of voicemail, of group call control, and contact center, and these different integrations that we have built on MiCloud Connect and MiVoice Connect, and bringing that to our customers. And so that's what we're really excited about showing. And with that, I want to pass it to Philip, who's going to talk about some of the first of those, which is direct routing.
Hey, thank you, Travis. Appreciate it. Yeah, one of the capabilities that we have today with Mitel. Okay. Yeah, for some reason we went to show my screen. If you want to bring yours back up.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, one of the capabilities we have with integration into Microsoft today is direct routing. So there's two manufacturers that we support. We've written white papers up. We have tested part of our MSA program that is fully included with Microsoft integration to Mitel today. So one of the ones I've got here is Audio Codes. There's another one that we call Ribbon. At the end of the day, what direct routing allows you to do is basically back-to-back SBCs. It allows me to make the SIP soft phone using inside of Microsoft Teams, basically an extension off of the Mitel PBX to give you that full call control and capability you're used to, and then complementing exactly what Travis was saying about enterprise voice integration into it. Again, there's white papers based on the direct routing integrations we have with Mitel. Next slide. Also with this, these are basically back-to-back SBCs, and we also have a product in the portfolio, which is a hosted direct routing capability that has been certified through the MSA program also, which is called Qnify. So direct routing, again, it really gives you that deep integration into Microsoft Teams with what they'll allow today. From this point, we'll show you some of the capabilities that are integrated into Microsoft Teams. So I'll turn this over to Frank.
Thank you, Philip. Is my my microphone working okay right now?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. All right, and sharing my screen. I'm just going to kind of wait to make sure that that takes effect.
Looks good.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that, Travis. So what we've got available for integration currently, and this applies to cloud customers as well as what we call on-prem or MiVoice Connect or MiCloud Connect, and our MiVoice Connect customers currently using Connect can take advantage of the two tools that we're going to show you real time here. And one of them is a browser extension. It lives inside of Google Chrome, but it's not specific to Google users. It's perfectly adaptable and available for Microsoft Office users. And I'm showing it on the right side of the screen here. So rather than a full desktop application, this lives inside of Google Chrome as a web browser extension. We just call it Connect for Chrome. It's a great tool to use and then have it stay out of the way when you're not using it to make and answer calls. So this software either drives your Mitel desk phone, or you can use the built-in soft phone that exists in here. And a couple of the key features are not only the fact that I've got CTI available with my desk phone and my soft phone, so folks who are not desk phone users or who have been displaced to home-based out of the office, and we all know the hassle that bringing the IP phone out of the office and into the home environment can cause, and it doesn't always suit itself to the configuration of your system. This gives somebody the ability to just start working from a laptop right away with their Mitel extension and phone number. And the key to making this really a happy place for our end users is the web dialer checkbox here, which I've shown selected. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way and minimized and kind of show you how this benefits our end user. So here's just a ordinary course web page, Mitel. And I've got a few phone numbers on here. As a user who's using the Connect for Chrome extension, I don't know if it's big enough to see on your end, but there's a little icon from Mitel that pops up right next to a telephone number. And if I click this right here, I'm going to actually go ahead and call out to that phone number from whichever I've got configured to work for me, the desk phone or the soft phone, all in here inside the web browser. So why is that important or helpful for our Teams users? Well, Microsoft Teams, of course, is delivered optionally as a web application from Office 365. So for an end user who's choosing that option and using the web browser, I've got the same advantage. So here's my list of contacts here. And if I want to call my associate dean here, technically he's an imaginary friend, he's got a direct phone number though. If I click that with my mouse, that was one step I needed to take. And then I've got my call in progress here in my browser extension. I've got call control right from this, regardless of whether I'm using a desk phone or a soft phone. I can transfer that call. I can go ahead and add people to make a conference, hold and hang the call up. I've got a dial pad in case what I've called is an IVR and not a person. I'm going to go ahead and hang up here. And of course, features included in this tool are access to visual voicemail. I've got my call history so I can click and call people back if I've got missed calls. And I've got my contacts here. This all sits inside of the Chrome browser. So again, a sort of a miniaturized version of our full Connect for Windows and Macintosh. This is Connect for Chrome, very easy to deploy and easy to support. But so the alternative is my end users are not using the web-based Microsoft Office, and they're using a full installed application. So I'm switching desktops. You're seeing the same information here. It's the same Teams profile, and I've got the fully installed application for Windows now. I've got another option in this case, and that option includes I go ahead and install the Mitel Connect client for Windows, and that's what you see on the left side of the screen here. So this tool, like the web browser extension, it does more than that extension, but it also provides CTI for my desk phone, or I've got an optional soft phone built right in here. All of my profiles that have entitlement to use the Connect tool that you see on the left here have got the licensing and entitlement to use the Chrome browser extension that we showed you, and also the built-in soft phone. So there's no extra licensing that somebody needs to add to use these tools, and that includes this additional helper tool. And this is what we call the app dialer, short, of course, for application dialer. I'm going to show you the settings here. This is a helper tool that lets us dial out through our Connect line from any phone number virtually in virtually any document or application or web page. And just real quick over here on the left, I've got the default set for my hotkey being Control-1 to dial out. I'm going to go ahead and get that miniaturized again, so that stays completely out of the way. It's just a helper application that allows me to do this. Going back into my Teams application, and again, I want to give my friend Dean a call. I can simply select that phone number with the mouse, and on the keyboard I'm hitting Control-1 right now, and as I do that, I dial out. Over to your left, you see I've got the call control going on. The call's dialing out. This happens to be a desk phone, but it could be the soft phone that's built in here that I'm using, and I've got call control here for that telephone call, and I can go ahead and hang up now. And that's sort of the wrap up of our live part of our demonstration, but the key here is two tools that make life convenient for our Connect users that are already in the system and already available to the end users. And of course, they're available to anybody coming on board as a new Connect user to allow us to dial out using our Mitel Connect phone line from within Teams quickly and easily without complex integrations needing to be done. And I'm going to pass things back over to Travis at this point. And
Thanks, Frank. Yeah, appreciate it. And so, yeah, I really appreciate you walking through a little bit of that demo there. Yeah, a couple things I just want to touch on before I talk about what we have coming up to add to what we have today. You know, these are integrations that for some may like the hotkey dialer, is really a band-aid until we can get our full direct routing into place for MiCloud Connect, like it is for some of our others like MiVoice Connect. And so, while some of these may seem a little clunky, part of it is, what Microsoft has done so far is not really open up APIs to anybody, to any providers. And so what we are doing and what I'm about to show, once we get those into place, we will be on par with any other competitor that's out there in terms of our availabilities and integrations with Microsoft Teams. And we're hoping that in the future, Microsoft will open that up even more so that we can just make it even more seamless and a better experience for end users. But with that, I do want to show a couple of really cool integrations that we have coming up. So our video conferencing tool that we released this year called MyTeam Meetings, we are putting together a bot within Microsoft Teams so that users can initiate video conferences through Mitel straight from Microsoft Teams. And so it's a great video conferencing tool. If you have MiCloud Connect, it's included with that license at no additional cost. It's also available for MiVoice Connect customers to have MyTeam meetings with their licenses as well. And so really, this is just a way to make it easier for users to initiate, start, and move from chat to a meeting. And then the big one that we're working on, which is coming in Q1, is our direct routing. And so this is really where it looks like a seamless integration with Mitel and with MiCloud Connect. And this is what I'm referring to here specifically is coming in Q1 is with MiCloud Connect, where we have that integration where you could just go in through the portal, turn this on for your end users, and they would have access to this without having to go to a separate application, without having to use the Connect application to dial out. They could do it directly from Teams. And so really bringing in Mitel telephony native into Microsoft Teams. So really, at the end of the day, it's for us about our relationship with Microsoft and making sure that our users have a really good, seamless experience. That we have been doing this for years. We have, whether that's with Outlook integrations, whether that's contact center, and now we're adding some of these click-to-call within different applications. That really what we want to do is make sure that our customers who are using Microsoft and some of the Microsoft applications on their desktop have a really easy way to communicate and to get some of these advanced telephony features available for them. And so really the next question is, well, why Mitel? Why should I use Mitel for the voice provider to integrate with Microsoft Teams? And really for us, it comes down to end-to-end communications, whether that's your mobile app, whether that's your desk phone, or whether that's the application that sits on your desktop. Mitel has all of that in-house. We're the only provider to have all that in-house so that we can equip our customers no matter what their needs are. And so for some people, maybe the desk phone is not as important right now as people are working from home. That's okay. We still have great software applications that are available to help you get work done. Or maybe the desk phone is where you spend most of your time. And we have really great Mitel built phones that are easy to use and integrate super well with your telephony presence and are just very smart and very integrated. And so really for us, we want to make sure that our customers, whether they have contact center needs or not, have everything that they need from Mitel. Excuse me. And it really is for us as we look at building these tools, building out the software, we want it to be easy to use, we want it to be reliable, and we want it to be built with you in mind. And so we've been doing this for over 45 years. We have what we believe are great products that our customers love. and we are continually working to improve on all of these areas. When it comes to our dependability and reliability, that's where what we've done with Google Cloud and really building more and investing more in the infrastructure is we're starting to see a lot of benefits from that and seeing the results of those efforts. And so whether you're on MiVoice Connect or on MiCloud Connect, really the goal is the same, for you to have a simple solution that you can use easily. And we're excited. I mean, we love partners like Parallel who are able to show this to their customers so easily and bring them on board. And we know how much they believe in Mitel, and we love working with them in this area. Really quickly, I will just highlight contact center solutions. I want to make sure that that you know that Mitel does work with contact center, and really whether that's a traditional agent type of model, or that's a person at the front desk who is answering calls from customers. There's all sorts of different use cases for why you would need a contact center license. And so really what I would encourage you to do is talk to Parallel, get in front of them, have them show you what some of these capabilities are and how our tools at Mitel can help you have a better voice to your customers. And so I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I do just want to drill home, our relationship with Google Cloud. We have seen such a tremendous stride in terms of what we are able to do once we shifted our infrastructure and really built this with Google on Google. And so what this gives us compliance where we're able to have HIPAA compliancy and SOC 2 and all these different reliability standards that we are able to meet. And it's also just builds up the security. As people are working remotely and as networks are dispersed across different areas, security is extremely important. And so we want our customers to know the infrastructure behind our product is secure, and that's why we put that front and center. And then, another thing that we have to harp on is really our customer success teams, that once you buy a product from Mitel, that is not the end of the road. That your partner is there for you every step of the way, from implementation and throughout your relationship, to make sure that you have the support that you need. And they work with Mitel as well. If there's any support that needs to be escalated or issues that need to be brought to our attention, that we work together with Parallel to make sure that you're getting an experience that exceeds your expectations. And so, like I said, we've been doing this for a while. We have some recognition from the industry, from Gartner, Frost and Sullivan, some of these types of people. All I want to do is just show you that Mitel is a trusted company. We've been doing this for a while, and we really are looking to constantly innovate our products, and that shows in the recognition that we get from analysts. So just to summarize, now is the time that companies should be reevaluating what their communication strategy looks like, and making sure that they're set up for that long-term success. And so consolidating on a set amount of tools that are going to help your employees be productive is really what it comes down to. And we believe that Mitel with Microsoft Teams, for customers who are using Microsoft Teams, enables you to have the advanced telephony, the call routing, the contact center solutions that you need to be successful. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and do the Q&A. And so maybe some of you have been putting in some questions throughout the presentation, but please take a couple minutes and fill out the Q&A, and we will be happy to answer some of these. If we miss any, we'll be sure to send these out afterwards with the recording as well. And so the first question that I see here is about the Office 365 licenses. They say they have E3 licenses with some small business standard. What do they need to use this service? Do they need E5, or are they okay with what they have? And I'll leave that for either Frank or Philip to take.
And Travis, the only thing they need to do is add the options of a PBX. So they can literally use E1, E3, or E5 licensing as long as they have the add PBX option added.
Great, thank you. And yeah, I would encourage you, if you're ready to set this up, talk to Parallel, and they'll get you connected with us and help you get set up and running. Give a little bit more time for any other questions to come through. Question, Philip, for you is, what are the existing direct routing solutions specifically for MiVoice Connect? Is that what you showed, or were there other, just some clarification on that?
Yeah, same too as what we would look at. These were the first two session border controllers that were certified with Microsoft, which would be both audio codes and then also the Ribbon/Sonus, since Ribbon acquired them. But the white papers are on the knowledge management on Mitel Online. So if you want to take a look, Parallel has access to those two documents. Those will be the two we're looking at up front. And then we're also in the process of certifying with what's referred to as call to Teams, or the Unify solution as a service.
Great, thank you. Well, I'm not seeing any other questions coming through. So if there's anything else that you have or questions that come up after this, reach out to Parallel, reach out to your Mitel representative, and we can help make sure that we get those answered. Thank you, everybody, so much for your time to join us on the call today, and we'll give you some time back to your day. Thank you.